Wonderful invocation, John. Surely it's a victory of good over evil. It's been 3 days of festive season at the campus. We had the 2K walk and Taksh yesterday, and we have the EMRC team with glimpses of the past 2 days. My request, Raghupati sir, Director EMRC, to coordinate with the presentation. I think you can do a better job by putting our hands together for the wonderful job that was done by the EMRC team under the leadership of the director, Raghupati. Now it's my time to invite the guests and the dignitaries onto the dais. I invite first young leader, Professor G. Mallesham sir, onto the dais. He's a faculty member in the Department of Electrical Engineering at Osmania University and holds key roles as Dean of Development and UGC Affairs, Professor, Director of Electrical Division, and Vice President of AUTA. His educational background includes a postdoctoral stint at Yale University, a PhD in IIT Delhi, and MTech from IIT Delhi. His research focuses on system modeling, control, and automation. Welcome, sir. This has been a tireless effort over the year. And we welcome into our midst Professor B. Redaya Nayak, sir, OSD to the Vice-Chancellor. May I request Mrs. N. Radhika to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. He's an officer on special duty to the Vice-Chancellor, is a seasoned senior professor of zoology, and leads the medical entomology division at the university since 1997. With a focus on mosquitoes and mosquito-borne diseases, he has garnered recognition through a UGC postdoctoral research award and numerous publications in reputable journals, having guided several PhD scholars and contributed significantly. And he holds key roles in AIMS and SEAC. His multifaceted experience continues to impact academia and public health policy. And we call into our midst another great leader and support as a pillar to the administration, Professor P. Lakshminarayan sir, who is our registrar. May I request Srimati Padma Rani to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. He holds a distinguished academic and professional journey, starting as a technical assistant and later joining Osmania University as a lecturer. He steadily rose to become a professor in mechanical engineering, where he has contributed over 30 years. His educational background spans from bachelor's to doctors in mechanical engineering from OU. He has authored over 110 research papers, guided numerous scholars, and holds various administrative roles, including Dean of Faculty of Engineering, where he has introduced curriculum reforms. And he holds a lot of membership with professional societies. Universities like Harvard and Columbia showcases global recognition and contribution to the field. Now, the concept of Foundation Day has been the brainchild of our Honorable Vice-Chancellor. So maybe put our hands together as we welcome Professor D.Ravinder sir, Honorable Vice-Chancellor. May I request Kavita Ranga to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. He's the 25th Vice-Chancellor of Osmania University, is also the patron of the DPIITR chair with an academic journey noted in Osmania University, where he has obtained his MA, MPhil, and PhD. He has been a faculty member in the Department of Political Sciences since 1990. His expertise spans teaching, research, and academic administration, backed by training in leadership and academic programs sponsored by the Ministry of HRD, Government of India. Professor Ravinder's research focuses on Indian political process, state government and politics and public policies, particularly in rural development and governance. He has contributed significantly through research articles, books, research projects funded by prestigious agencies like UGC and ICSSR, showcasing his rich and diverse experience in the field. And it's time to invite the first guest of honor in our midst, a proud alumnus of Osmania University, Srimati Veena Gundavelli. May I request Mrs. Kavita Ranga to welcome ma'am with a floral bouquet. Ms. Vina is from Silicon Valley-based tech innovator and entrepreneur in AI and fintech, social entrepreneur and philanthropist. She has been recognized as the top 50 artificial intelligence CEO for 2021 by Technology Innovators magazine. From the time she has graduated from University College of Engineering, she went on to do a master's in computer science from Santa Clara University, and she has worked in multiple MNCs before founding highly successful tech startups in Silicon Valley. She's a social entrepreneur and is on the board of multiple non-profit giving back to the community. She's an adjunct faculty the Trailblazer of the Year by Forum of Women Entrepreneurs, Women of Distinction in Technology by Silicon Valley Business Journal. She has also served as Andhra Pradesh Government Special Representative for IT in USA. Really proud of you and happy to have you in our midst, ma'am. Now, there's another alum. They're doing wonders in the present government. It's time to invite Sri Burra Venkatesham, sir. Who was also a law graduate from our university. He brings in 20 years of senior level experience in government, focusing on social sector issues like e-governance, tourism, health, education, and rural development. Educated in law from university. He joined IAS in 1995, currently serving as the Principal Secretary to the Government Backward Class Welfare Department, Government of Telangana. His achievements include significant contributions to Telangana tourism, hosting international events, and spearheading sports policy initiatives. His dynamic leadership reflects a commitment to holistic development, innovative strategies for societal welfare. And I wish the young ones read his book, Selfie of Success. That's something really great. And let's put our hands together as we welcome the chief guest of this occasion, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat. He's our alumnus and did his PhD in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, may I request Srimati G. Sujata to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, member NITI AAYOG, Government of India, which is former Planning Commission, is a prominent scientist and member of NITI AAYOG in India, has an illustrious career marked by significant contributions to defense research and technology. As a former secretary of DRDO, he led the development of crucial missile systems and the ballistic missile defense system. His work extends to cybersecurity, nuclear infrastructure, and enhancing defense capabilities against ballistic missile threats. Beyond defense, Dr. Saraswat has pioneered initiatives in alternate energy systems like clean coal, concentrated solar power, and bioenergy, while also driving advancements in sustainable transportation systems such as e-vehicles and hydrogen-powered transport. He has contributed to technology development areas like silicon, photonics, ICT applications, and Indian railway research. Notably, his menthol economy program and leadership in technical textiles and body armor committees showcase his vision for India's future growth. Dr. Saraswat's outstanding achievements have been recognized through numerous awards, including the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, as well as the honorary director. Hold your breath, I didn't come across this figure. He's got honorary doctorates from over 25 universities. Really proud, sir, of you and really delighted to have you in our midst there. May I request all the dignitaries who are there on the dais to lead us through the lighting of the lamp. Light holds a lot of significance in our culture to lead us from darkness to light. I request the members, and at the same time I request the invocation song to be given to us by Shishira, Pratima and Vaishnavi. Shishira is from 4th year ECE and Pratima and Vaishnavi are from 3rd year ECE.
सच्चिदानन्ददायकं नायकं विनायकं सच्चिदानन्ददायकं मूषिकराजवाहनं सर्पराजविभूषितं एकदन्तशोभितं विघ्नराजं भजे भजे नायकं विनायकं सच्चिदानन्ददायकं सर्वविघ्ननाशकं सर्वपापहारकं कार्यसिद्धिकारकं विघ्नराजं भजे भजे नायकं विनायकं सच्चिदानन्ददायकं सर्वबुद्धिनायकं सर्वमोक्षदायकं काणिपाकवासितं विघ्नराजं भजे भजे नायकं विनायकं सच्चिदानन्ददायकं नायकं विनायकं सच्चिदानन्ददायकम् Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sishiricha, Pratima and Vaishnavi. Last year, I don't know how many recall, the same hall looked more like a mini planetarium when Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma had gone about with giving his reverberating message, and it was initiative of Vice-Chancellor to bring out a book on this occasion. May I request Sri Burra Venkatesham sir, IAS Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana, and the other members here to release a book which is titled Journey to Space and the Fact About Life in Space. This was a speech which was made last year by Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma. Yeah, that's Journey to Space and Fact About Life in Space. It was a speech which was made by Wing Commander A. Commodore Rakesh Sharma, the first cosmonaut from India, very simple and modest person, was here to go about with giving a wonderful speech and happens to be an alumnus of our university and studied and pursued his BSc from Nizam College. We have another book release that is a book written by Professor D.Ravinder, Vice-Chancellor OU. My request, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, very quickly, when the book was being released, can I say something about it? The book examines the repercussions of the neoliberal development model, uncovering disparities in resource distribution among states and social strata. It scrutinizes the efficacy of existing policies, often deemed arbitrarily ad hoc and unsustainable, exploring diverse aspects of public policy, rural development, socioeconomic policies, and democratic decentralization. The volume meticulously analyzes topics such as poverty eradication, rural development program, the backward class movement, and the challenges of decentralization, particularly in the South Indian state, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. Additionally, it investigates the influence of liberalization on agriculture and forestry policies, presenting a comprehensive overview of regional imbalances and implementation of local area development schemes. By incorporating 3 decades of research papers, this compilation provides policymakers with valuable insights into the effectiveness of development strategies. It facilitates policy reorientation and identification of implementation gaps, contributing to the discourse on inclusive development. Emphasizing the significance of considering diverse social groups and classes, the volume aims in shape more public policies. The title is State, Society and Development in India, authored by our Vice-Chancellor. Now, sir has got an attitude of gratitude, and may I invite his teacher who had taught him through his UG days, Professor C.H. Balaramulu, who is an ICSR National Fellow. May I request you, sir, to please come over. Somebody just help him out. Rajendra, sir, if you can just help him out here. Sir was insisting that the first copy of his book should be given to his teacher. That's Professor C.H. Balaramulu, who was an ICSR National Fellow. Truly traditional way there. Now it's time to get to the welcome address to be given by Professor P. Lakshminaran, sir, Registrar, Osmania University.
Namaskaram to everyone. I welcome you, all of you, for the Osmania University 107th Foundation Day celebrations on 26th April 2024. Today's chief guest, respected Dr.Vijay Kumar Saraswat ji, Honorable Member of NITI AAYOG, Government of India, Chairman of Quantum Ecosystems Technology, Council of India Board. Welcome you, sir, to this 107th Osmania University Foundation Day. And today's guest of honor, Sri Burra Venkatesham Garu, IAS, Principal Secretary to Government, Higher Education Department, FAC BC Welfare Department, Principal Secretary to Honorable Governor, Telangana, and Commissioner, Collegiate Education, Government of Telangana. Welcome you, sir, for these Foundation Day celebrations. Another guest of honor, Srimati Vina, Gundavelli, Founder, Chairperson and CEO, Emagia Corporation, USA. Welcome you, madam, for these Foundation Day celebrations. Respected our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor D.Ravinder Garu, under whose dynamic leadership, lot of academic infrastructure developments, we are all witnessing it. I welcome you, sir, for this Foundation Day celebrations. And my guest, my friend, Professor B. Reddy Nayak, OSD2 Vice-Chancellor, and another my colleague, Professor G. Mallesham, Dean Development and UGC Affairs, Deans of various faculties, Principals of various colleges, Directors of various departments, Head of the departments, Chairpersons, and all the faculty members, University alumni, non-teaching staff, research scholars, students, print and electronic media, and guests. I welcome you all once again to this 107th Foundation Day celebrations of Osmania University. It is with immense pleasure and honor that we gather here today to celebrate the 107th Foundation Day of Osmania University. On behalf of the entire university community, I extend warm welcome to everyone gathered here. As we reflect on the rich legacy of Osmania University, founded on April 26 in 1917, we are reminded of its steadfast commitment of excellence in education, research, innovation. Over the past 106 years, Osmania University has played a pivotal role in shaping the academic landscape of our nation and has been beacon of knowledge and enlightenment and progress. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor D.Ravinder Garu, and the dedicated efforts of our faculty, staff, students, Osmania University continues to uphold its core values of academic integrity, inclusivity, diversity. Today, we celebrate not just the milestone of the past, but also the promise of bright future filled
Registrar Professor P. Lakshminarayana Garu and Dean Development and UGC Affairs Professor G. Mallesham Garu, invitees, principals, heads of the departments, deans of the faculties, research scholars, students, invitees, present electronic media. A warm welcome to you all for this 107th Foundation Day of Osmania University. At this occasion, I feel it's my privilege to stand before you to say a few words on this occasion. The Taksh is one of the innovative programs that has been happening since last 3 years, and this is the brainchild of the Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor D.Ravinder Garu, who has been inspired by a word called to invent. And as the university being a platform for many inventions and discoveries, and he wanted to showcase these discoveries and inventions to the rest of the society and public, and thereby keeping the Osmania Universities as a tradition to keep the Osmania University open for public, and thereby to get to know the public what is happening in the Osmania University. Not only that, but there are many academic reforms, many reforms has been conceived, and nearly 80 to 100 committees have been constituted to develop each and every policy, and all these committees have been materialized, and that is the result today what we are witnessing, because Osmania University has become a vibrant institution today, and in each and every aspect of the academic arena, today we are witnessing the developments and developmental activities. As Vice-Chancellor always says that reform, perform and transform. As the first year of his tenure has been always thought of lots of candle burn was done to discover or to discuss various developmental activities or various innovative ideas, and that's how the first year has gone with lot of reforms. And second year has came with a performance. Lots of performances have been happened. Lots of discoveries has been happened. Lot of publication has came out. Lot of new things have came in place, like uniform credit courses in all the PG programs. Similarly, continuous and comprehensive evaluation program has came in place, and thereby, since the continuous and comprehensive evaluation has came in place, the campus life, the spectrum of campus life has been changed, and the attendance has been increasing day by day, and that is what it has happened, and that is what we are witnessing as a transformation in the third year. I know that under the able guidance of the Honorable Vice-Chancellor, the university has flourished and it has made its marks. And I am sure that all these 3 years have been memorable remarks. With these few words, I thank you one and all for making part of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think the crowd is sloppy. You can do a better job by putting your hands together. Now it's time to listen to our boss. That is our Vice-Chancellor, Professor D.Ravinder, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning. Yes. Respected Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat ji, Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan awardee, Honorable Member, NITI AAYOG, Government of India, eminent and proud alumnus of Osmania University, and today's chief guest. Respected Sri Burra Venkatesham Garu, IAS, Principal Secretary to Government Higher Education Department, FAC to BC Welfare Department, Principal Secretary to Honorable Governor, Telangana, and Commissioner College Education, Government of Telangana, and proud alumnus of Osmania University. Srimati Veena Gundavelli, Founder, Chairperson, and CEO, Emagia Corporation, USA, and alumna of Osmania University. And Professor Limbadri, Telangana State Council of Higher Education, Secretary, Professor Venkatesham Garu, and the former Vice-Chancellor, Professor Satyanarayana Garu, and respected Lakshmi Narayana, Registrar of Osmania University, Professor Reddy Nayak, OSD to Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mallesh, Dean, Development UGC Affairs, Professor Sailu, Chairman for this entire celebrations committee, and Deans of the faculties, Principals of the colleges, Directors, Head of the departments, Chairperson, Board of Studies, and faculty members of all the departments, distinguished alumni, Dr. Vijay Kumar, the President of the Engineering College Association, Alumni Association, and also Founder Director of Osmania Foundation, non-teaching staff, non-teaching associations, research scholars, and students, print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very good morning to all of you, and greetings from Osmania University. I think on this auspicious occasion, I think I proudly say I thank the Saraswat ji and Burra Venkatesham Garu and dignitaries on the dais, which my last 30 years of my work, collected work, which is inaugurated, which is released by the Honorable Saraswat ji. I think I'm thankful to you, sir, for this. And at the same time, my teacher, my Guru, who is also sitting in the audience, Professor Balramulu Garu, and my colleagues, and for everyone, once again, I welcome you for the 107th Foundation Day celebrations of Osmania University. I would like to bring to this the kind notice of eminent guest here that the university is continuing its tradition of organizing its Foundation Day celebrations 26th April since last 3 years. In the journey of 107 years of Osmania University, which was not celebrated in almost all 104 years, but as soon as I took over the Vice-Chancellor with the inclusive approach and the advice of all the deans and principals, which we started celebrations of the Foundation Day on 26th April every year from the last 3 years. The first speaker for the first Foundation Day lecture given by Sri Bharat Lal ji is present IFS Secretary Lokpal, And second, Wing Commander, proud alumnus of Osmania University, Rakesh Sharmaji, which we brought out that book. The third, I think today, which we have another proud alumnus, the Saraswat ji. At the very outset, on behalf of Osmania University and on my behalf, I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished alumnus, respected Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat ji, who has kindly accepted as the chief guest for these celebrations. Dr. Saraswat ji's journey from being a student at Osmania University to his distinguished role in shaping national policies and initiatives is truly inspirational. His unwavering dedication to education, research, and innovation serves as a beacon of hope and progress of our nation. His achievements and contributions to the nation exemplify the transformative power of education and the spirit of excellence that Osmania University instills in its students. We look forward to Dr. Saraswat ji insights and wisdom as we navigate the dynamic landscape of higher education and innovation. Once again, I welcome you, sir, for this historic event. We are also privileged to have you, sir, and in the midst of this occasion, I wholeheartedly convey my sincere thanks and deep sense of gratitude for accepting our request for this historic program. We are highly delighted to have respected Burra Venkatesham garu, IAS Principal Secretary, Government of Higher Education, and Burra Venkatesham garu is a distinguished career and remarkable achievements, serves as a testament to his exemplary leadership, dedication, and commitment to public service. As an alumnus of Osmania University, his journey from student to esteemed government official is a source of pride and inspiration for our entire Osmania University community. We are privileged to have Sir Burra Venkatesham garu, who join us in the auspicious occasion, in fact, which I have invited several times, but today I think his presence is witnessing for this overall development of the Osmania University. I think he is instrumental for Harvard University delegation to visited Osmania University for 2 times, and he was instrumental particularly for the Osmania University and Harvard University faculty. Then the social welfare department students spent almost 1 week in Osmania University, and it was a major interaction. That's the brainchild of Burra Venkatesham garu. He is not only a good administrator, but at the same time a great writer. His book that known as Selfie of Success, it was the largest selling book in the country. I think give a big round of applause to Sir Burra Venkatesham garu. Not only that, is a very prominent Telugu writer. Amma Pata, on Amma, he has written a very good song. I think that is also received very well. I think once again, I think he is a source of inspiration, not only for that, and he extended generously for the establishment of the Civil Services Academy in Osmania University. Apart from that, for the establishment of Center for Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Research Center, generously supported with 5 lakhs rupees for research, and which have brought out 3 books on the Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Research Center. And in fact, the another guest of honor, we are delighted to extend a warm welcome to Srimati Veena Gundavelli, founder and CEO, Emagia Corporation, USA, and above all, a proud alumna of Osmania University. Srimati Veena Gundavelli entrepreneurial journey and exceptional leadership in the field of technology and business are truly commendable. As an alumna of Osmania University, her achievements and contributions serve as a testament to the university and commitment to nurturing talent, innovation, and global success. Recently, Madam has established the Touch a Life Foundation and conducting the series of lectures on Tall Talks, the second major event which conducted in Osmania University in association with Osmania University and Osmania Foundation, almost all 15 change makers, the very highly influential social entrepreneurs who came to Osmania University and interacted with our students. There is a lot of impact on the students. Apart from that, I think she is very generous entrepreneur and supported to ECE department, established the computer lab in Emagia in her company. Thank you very much for your support, madam, for this in this endeavor. Dear friends, I deeply honored and address this distinguished gathering as we gather today to commemorate the 107th Foundation Day of our beloved Osmania University with the grand celebrations of Osmania Taksh, themed Connect and Reconnect to Grow. In fact, I think all of you are aware that the journey of Osmania University in 107 years, which has contributed, produced from the top, the former late P.V. Narasimha Rao to most of the prominent persons who are spreading across the globe and contributed intellectually and entrepreneurially and industrially for the nation and even the globe also. And at the same time, I think in the 107 years of journey, the lot of milestones, and the former Vice-Chancellors also laid the foundation, the strong foundation for the Osmania University. Subsequently, the great teachers also contributed a lot for the Osmania University, and that which you are moving forward. I think which you have identified the slogan that honoring the past, celebrate the present, and creating our future. The events of these 3 days events, I think I proudly say that on 24th, yesterday, I think almost more than 50,000 students who visited various departments, which showcase their achievements, research, and exhibiting all the achievements. I think probably it's never in the history of Osmania University. In the last 3 years, people have come from Karimnagar, Nizamabad, Nagar Karnool, and different parts of Telangana, and which have showcased about the open day. I think it's reached out to entire the Telangana of Osmania University achievements, that popularly known as Lab to the Land and Lab to Product, that is successfully which you are conducting this program to showcase our Osmania University achievements. I think in fact most of our faculty and students who are pursuing almost 350,000 students under Osmania University, 7th largest university and second major affiliating university in the country. But when the Osmania University was established, I think most of our students do not know about that. I think to popularize the contributions of the late 7th Nizam and his Farmana, if you look at that Farmana, after 107 years, his Farmana is relevant even till today. I think in light of that, which we would like to celebrate and commemorate the Osmania Foundation Day on these occasions. I think I am delighted to place before you that lot of rankings, and at the same time which you have a lot of challenges, and though with the committed teachers and the faculty and students and non-teaching and all these alumni, which we consider 4 pillars of the Osmania University, and because of their contributions under the NIRF rank, which we got 36th rank in Indian universities, 64th rank in the overall category, and similarly in the other categories also like QS World Ranking and QS Southern Rankings, which I am not going into details, but Osmania University has secured 7th among the Indian universities as per India Today survey. And at the same time, I would like to brief report, which is also part of my presentation. I think I am proudly placed before you that several times, which I also mentioned, since our chief guest and guest of honors also here. And as soon as I took over in the May 2021, I think we convened a meeting with the senior professors. We conceived the idea of 21-point agenda, whereas UGC also instructed to all the universities to come up with the institutional development plan, but which have given a different nomenclature that known as 21-point agenda in 2021. It's the overall development for the Osmania University. I think it's a roadmap for next 15 to 20 years. I think more or less the NITI AAYOG and earlier Planning Commission also prepared that plan. Sir, I proudly say that Osmania University, which have prepared this plan, I think which have executed with the slogan that known as reform, perform, transform, with 4 pillars. That 4 pillars known as the teaching learning methods, and second one, research and innovation practices, third, infrastructure, fourth, outreach activities, which we have introduced in the Osmania University. I think that changes which is happening and which we are also experiencing with this inclusive approach of the 21-point agenda. Probably, I think, which have introduced a number of new courses to suit the market for the employment generation, and under the guidance of Sri Burra Venkatesham garu, we interacted with the BFSI group and CRISP group also, helping us particularly for shaping the new courses and to move on. And for example, like dairy technology, bioinformatics, crop production, artificial intelligence, data science, so on and so forth. And at the same time, probably the first university in the country adopted 80 credit policy in the state with the UGC recommendations in total, which we are implementing. Another major decision which I have taken last year, that known as comprehensive continuous evaluation system. I am proudly say that after introducing this comprehensive continuous evaluation, probably it is there in only NITs, IITs and central universities, but whereas with a lot of courage which have introduced this comprehensive continuous evaluation system, those who teach, they evaluate it, and it changed the complete classroom culture in the Osmania University. Another important thing which I have noticed that probably again, in the Osmania University, the first university which have introduced NIQ quota, National Integration quota, it completely changed the culture in the Osmania University also, in the classroom culture. Yesterday we witnessed most of the students which are coming from different parts of the country, they showcase their intelligence in the classroom. And apart from that, I think probably again, first university that we removed the barriers between the faculties, which we have introduced that any graduate can pursue any post-graduation in the Osmania University. It's probably only in the central university which is happening, but whereas in Osmania University which are implemented, I think the classroom composition completely changed. For example, economic students allowed only to do economics in the earlier period. Now, the engineering graduate can pursue even economics, political science, public administration. Because of that, I think I thank Burra Venkatesham garu, who is inspirational for civil service students. Yesterday, I think day before yesterday, who celebrated and felicitated all the IAS toppers from Telangana and felicitated in Raj Bhavan with the Honorable Governor. It was a practice in Osmania University which we have been doing, and 2 students who got from Osmania University IAS rank from engineering and political science student in this recent thing. And probably another thing is that to share the resources, the cluster system also which I have introduced with the help of the State Council of Higher Education, 10 autonomous colleges coming together, sharing their resources, ideas, and even some of the papers also can take in one college students to other college, which is also a very innovative program which you have introduced. Probably the distance education is also, when I took over, I think it was only 4,000 students. Now it has gone up to almost 10,000 students, and at the same time, the highest number of courses which we are offering in CDE through MOOCs and Swayam portal also. And with the help of the State Council of Higher Education and the direction of our Principal Secretary Garu, even dual degree program is also planned, and most of the MOUs also which have entered into the different universities and I had the opportunity to visit UK, and during that time almost our delegation also visited. We entered into the MOU with the Bangor University and Cardiff University and the other universities also, which almost all 3 centers are working very closely with these Wales universities. And also I got the opportunity to visit Japan. During that, Shibura Institute of Technology also entered MOU. 10 students who funded by the Shibura Institute of Technology, one of our alumnus who is heading that center in Japan. I think it was a great experience for all of our students and faculty and myself. Similarly, the research is the focus, and at the same time, it's the face of the Osmania University, as long as which you have given utmost importance for the research. And probably I think earlier you used to get almost all 200 crores from the UGC, but after the policy changed from 12th plan onwards, which are not getting funds from the UGC, but whereas MHRD, RUSA, DBT, and UGC, CSR, and yesterday itself, which have interacted with the DRDO, sir, your own organization, even Satish Reddy Garu also promised earlier, now yesterday with the Pune delegation visited to Engineering College, which we, I think almost all, they are committed to support for Engineering College and Osmania University in general for supporting the projects. This is also in the pipeline. And at the same time, the Osmania University is in the forefront for university-industry interface. Probably again and again I have placed on record that in the state universities which have introduced the professor of practice. Earlier there was no linkage between industry and academy, but whereas which were appointed 6 persons from the different fields, particularly as CEOs, presidents and vice president, retired from the different organizations which you have included in our faculty. I think they are doing wonderful job, and at the same time they are also providing insights to our faculty and students, and this is also major concern. I thank on this occasion the Coal India, Singareni Collieries, who supported for the 2 professors chair which have created, and that is also working very well, and also supported for infrastructure facilities. Under RUSA also almost all 107 crores which we have sanctioned. Under that recently with the initiation of our Burra Venkatesham Garu, Principal Secretary, that funds also flowing. But when we were prepared, the RUSA was not given. Now with the intervention of the sir, I think a lot of funds also coming, particularly to strengthen the infrastructure in Osmania University. And for particularly to recognize the research of our faculty. Again, it is also a very innovative program. Probably the first university which you have launched that Vice-Chancellor Award for the best publication on reputed journals, which we also conducted on every January 3rd on the occasion of the Mahatma Savitribai Phule birthday, in mark of recognizing this, the Vice-Chancellor Award, and we also given 25,000 as an honorarium for the best research publications. Apart from that, lot of institutional achievements like Institute of Indo-Pacific Studies. I think after JNU, this is the only university which have established the Indo-Pacific Studies Center, which was appreciated by the lot of universities, particularly in the US, UK, and Japan. They are ready to collaborate with us and also working very closely with them. And created the Information Technology Electronics Center and Center for Disabilities Resources, Human Capital Development Center, Civil Services Academy, Directorate of CSR, Alumni and Branding. And here I think I am placed on record that on par with IITs and IIMs, which have established the Osmania Foundation. So earlier we did not get any fund from any alumni, but whereas as soon as which I established the Osmania Foundation, I am proudly say that within 1 year, which we got 20 crores from alumni, which for the different purposes. And one alumni from ECE, the TK Gopalan, who contributed 5 crores, and that building is also coming up on his teacher name, that building is also coming up and in the engineering college. Probably the first time which I have conducted the global alumni meet, and wherever I got the opportunity, I have requested the alumni to contribute your intellectual inputs to Osmania University that would strengthen the research and knowledge. And in light of this, again, sir, Saraswat sir and Venkatesham sir, we experimented with a very, very innovative, and probably again, it is the first center which we have established that known as International Academic Advisory Committee. The almost all 15 professors of Osmania alumni working in the prestigious universities in the US, which we have conducted a Zoom meeting, and they are ready to come to Osmania University and take the classes. For example, Bhiksharaj agreed 3-credit course is from Carnegie Mellon University of US, and others also agreed to take the classes, particularly to give the exposure to Osmania people. And at the same time, this is the long this thing, but I wanted to place before all of you that the Osmania Technology Business Incubator is also doing very well. Almost all 16 companies working under Osmania Technology Business Incubation Center were also proposed to have best infrastructure facilities in Osmania University. Almost all, I think 150 crores of worth of infrastructure facilities which are planned, and almost all the infrastructure facilities which are coming up, like 2 hostels in the next 30 years, which is also sufficient for that kind of infrastructure, classroom complex, and probably almost all 72% of the girl students enrolled in Osmania University. I think the highest number of girl students which enrolled in Osmania University, which is very difficult for us to accommodate, and we converted boys hostel to girls hostel. With thanks to the Vishwani College, who donated 2 buses for the girl students, which have provided free shuttle buses in the campus, and which is also very useful kind of a thing. And with the help of the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, the sound and light show and the iconic building of the Arts College, and almost all 15 crores which is sanctioned by the Ministry of Social Justice for 2 hostels, and the Government of Telangana Tribal Welfare also sanctioned 20 crores for the hostels. And if you go on, I think almost all, it touches upon 200 crores worth, which I think it's never in the history of Osmania University, the last 20 years. But I think that infrastructure, once it comes, definitely that's going to be a major facility. And apart from that, my friend and Dr. Nagaya is here. He came forward to establish the open air theater adjacent to here. Dr. Nagaya is with the 1 crore rupees which has contributed. And to reach out the people, which we have launched, probably again it's the first, that known as Osmania TV channel also launched, and most of the lessons also recorded from the EMRC, and which are also telecasting in the through TV channel. And at the same time, the 9 stepwells also located in Osmania University. We are also working with the NGO, and at the same time, the restoration of the stepwells is also in the pipeline. And apart from that, I think we seriously looking towards the alumni, and at the same time, the great scholar, the Saraswat ji, and Burra Venkatesham garu, and other prominent alumni also here. I think we need to support and at the same time give guidance for the overall development of the Osmania University. And with the concluding slogan, wherever we go, wherever we address the meetings, we close with the slogan that known as, what is that? RPT. Reform, perform, transform. That is our slogan, which I think achieved with that slogan, and it's fulfilled with the 21-point agenda, whatever we proposed in 2021, almost all that fulfilled. Jai Osmania, Jai Ho Osmania. Thank you.
I think we need to pat him and pat ourselves for all the achievements that has been done in his tenure. Now it's time to listen to the Principal Secretary to Government, Sri Burra Venkatesham Sir IAS. He is the Principal Secretary to Government Education Department, BC Welfare Department, Secretary to Governor of Telangana, and Commissioner, Collegiate Education, Government of Telangana. It's all yours, sir.
Warm good afternoon to everyone present here, especially Saraswat sir and Veena madam and Osmania University VC Ravinder garu, Reddy Nayak garu, Mallesham garu, atlage our friend Lakshmana garu, and all other dignitaries present in the meeting. Warm good afternoon to once again. So this is a privileged meeting where we commemorate the 107 years of Osmania Foundation. So such a big university which has changed the lives of many people, which has created history, which has created legacy, which has created research, which has created social reform, which has created movements, which has created various aspects of life. If you have to compare the impact of one university in a particular region, probably Osmania stands tall in the entire country, where it transformed the social milieu of the state. So no other university could have done so much, because we were in a setup where Urdu was the main language and the people were speaking some other language, and then the overall education attainment levels were very, very limited in this part of the country that time. But same visionary leader, somehow he thought that time Nizam, we should have one good university. When others are not having even colleges, one university was established, and that university continued till the latest Telangana formation movement. It was the bedrock of all the social transformation happened in our state, right? So, especially Saraswat sir was saying that when compared to PhD, when he was doing research here, or when he has completed his PhD, to present day PhDs or the total education attainment level, there has been a gradual decline. So the decline is very perceptible, very seen. It's not that it is behind the wall. It is seen on the wall directly. The overall level of conferences we have, overall level of publications we have, overall quality of the books which are coming out, or the papers being published or shared across the various media, definitely speaks volumes of deterioration. I am, as a Principal Secretary Education, I keep various review meetings. So in the review meetings also I am finding most of these seminars which are conducted, workshops which are conducted, they are only for the sake of CAS, for the sake of getting promotion, getting this thing. So it's mandatory, that's why we are doing. It's not out of passion. It's not out of their interest in the subject. It is more to fulfill an obligation. So they are just trying to put something which is just copy-paste type, or trying to some kind of hodgepodge kind of things. So same is the way the students, their job, they think coming to Osmania University means we should get some graduation or post-graduation, and then we have to get some job outside. So they are never interested in the regular curriculum. Their interest is more outside the curriculum. So their coaching classes or other competitive exams or other areas of interest is more predominantly seen. So with such a scenario, we are finding the entire gamut of education environment getting deteriorated. Now it is high time. On a birthday, as all of us, we take lots of pledges, we take lots of commitments. Yes, from this birthday, I will reform like this. From this birthday, I'll perform this. From this birthday, I'll transform my life like this. Generally, do we take this kind of pledges or not? So on 106th, you did something. Now it is 107. So Vice-Chancellor was saying, now your slogan is RPT, reform, perform, transform, or you will perish. So the non-performance will lead to perish. Either you perform or perish. There is no other way. Just because you are 107 years old or 150 years of old, you are not going to be respected. Now it is time for you to perform. For example, national education policy, one day or the other, it has to be implemented across the country. So when NEP comes, when it becomes the mainframe, then the question of affiliations, question of compulsory regulations are going to be over. Any college, any university, they will work as if they are independent. Whoever is doing good, they will stand in the existence. Those who are not performing will be closed. Just because I have become a professor, whether my students are performing well in job market or their publications are good or bad, I'll get my CAS or I'll get my promotion or I'll get my increment. These days are going to be over in next few years. Please understand individual excellence, individual commitment, and especially in teaching community, this is a must that you are not speaking for yourself. You should be speaking through your students. Your students should be speaking about your greatness, not you. So your students should be performing well in international area. Your students should be performing well in their publications. The students should be doing good in various life missions. Then yes, that professor will stand as a tall leader, right? So now Osmania University being the eldest brother of all the universities, all other universities are very, very small brothers to Osmania University. After this in Telangana now Kakti taking pride to perform in the present and also prepare yourself for the future. Like a strength under your shadows, many more should come and get supported. Your colleges, your junior universities, they should get support from you. So the student side, they should definitely look for employment. And why I want to tell you one more thing to the university and all other faculty who are present here. Why students are now looking outside? Other than academics, they are more interested in non-academics because competitive exams and other things. Because employment and education are getting interlinked. They used to be like that. Now they are getting delinked. So again, you have to bring back that interlinkage. If I pursue my academics properly, there is an opportunity for me to get employed. Gone are the days where the students were getting the benefit of getting education and also getting the employment. So employment is limited now out of education. So now we need to bring in that interlinkage between education and employment by bringing the industry, bringing the business, bringing the outside environment into our colleges. A professor is one who is bringing as many people as possible from industry and business to his classroom. That is more important. If say economics professor is there, so if he comes and teaches his subjects and then goes away, then that is not going to help because those students will not get any employment. So he has to bring in the economic research institute, economic publishing units, economic related activity, business houses to come to the university, to the classroom, get them interacted. When they get interacted, then there is a chance of these people getting employed. So that distance between these two should be bridged and they should become one and the same. So then the students will not look for employment outside, because there are a number of students who could not come to university. How many are coming? See, I have 60 lakh students in the schools, and the total students in all universities put together are not even 20,000. So out of 60 lakh school going children, only 20 to 25,000 are coming to universities. So if these 20,000 also are looking for jobs like constable, are looking for data entry operator, or some teacher level jobs, then what will have to happen to the students who are in colleges, who are in junior colleges? They should be given these jobs. You should not compete for those small jobs. You should be the leaders. You should be the employers, not the employees. University going students should look for higher level things. You should prepare for that. This 25,000 can become leaders. Then those who could not come to the universities, because of their whatever family issues or because of any other reason, there are lakhs and lakhs of them are looking for small jobs. Don't go and use their opportunities. That is also very important thing you have to think of. And then overall, university education is a very, very important thing, and government of Telangana is very, very committed towards this. And to make Telangana top, we have to make Telangana top, we have to do few things, right? So I will tell you 5T formula for Telangana to reach top, because Telangana T is for top, right? So Telangana, if we have to top, first and foremost thing is we have to look for talent. Encourage the talent. Wherever it is, the talent has to be spotted and encouraged and nurtured. If you don't take these proper students into university, your entrances are not doing good, your classroom teaching is not doing good, or there is some cheating in exam writing, then talent is not nurtured. So in fact, Nelson Mandela says, if you have to make a country or a society to perish, easiest thing is to allow cheating in exams. If you allow cheating in exams, cheating in the performance in colleges and universities, that is enough to make that country perish in terms of human excellence. So nurture the talent, that is first. Second is train them continuously, training at all levels, including professors, students, every level. We should keep on training the people. Unless you train, it's like sharpening your knife. If you don't sharpen your knife, it will not cut. So training has to be continuously. So training has to be always there. Third is, once you train your people properly, then you have to respect your tradition. Traditions have to be respected. If you don't follow your traditions, what will happen? You will become haywire. You will not have any respect for anybody. Traditions have to be respected. Each place has its own traditions. Each place has its own value system. So follow the traditions which are valuable in that place. Next is embrace the technology. Technology is very important. So don't lose sight of technology, whether it is in engineering or in sciences or in anything. Technology doesn't mean that only some material technology. Technology means innovation in any field, whether social sciences or agriculture sciences or in any other sciences and engineering. So technology has to be continuously improved and it should be adopted. That is fourth. So if you follow this fourth diligently, you are 100% sure of reaching the top. So the Bhishma Pitamaha has to take this lead. If Osmania is unable to do, then nobody else will be able to do. So on your birthday, take this commitment, take this pledge that yes, Osmania will lead and it will lead from the front and make others also to follow it, and slowly leading the entire Telangana to topmost in the country. Thank you very much.
That was a wonderful mnemonic on talent, training, tradition, technology to be on the top. I request you all to put your hands together. I think this is something which we don't get to listen again and again from an upright officer in public service. It's time to listen to another alumni. That's Srimati Veena Gundavali ma'am, CEO and chairperson of Emagia Corporation, USA.
Thank you so much. Professor D.Ravinder garu, VC, Dr. Saraswat ji, and the Venkatesham garu, Lakshmi Narayan garu, Mallesham garu, everyone. Thank you so much. For giving me this opportunity to address our students and guests over here. Hello everyone, it's such an honor to be here with all of you, and I see many students out there, and I was one of you over there several years back. I'm a proud graduate of Osmania University. I'm a product of Osmania University. I graduated from Electronics and Communications Engineering in 1990, and from there I went to the United States, did my master's, and worked for a few MNCs, and then went on to an entrepreneurial journey. And today I run a software company. It's in fintech and artificial intelligence, and we make autonomous finance platforms that, just like autonomous vehicles, we build autonomous finance systems where payments go from one company to the other in a frictionless and seamless manner. We are revolutionizing and transforming the way finance operates. So that's what we do. And besides that, I'm also engaged in a student program, which we call as a TAL Transformers. What we do here is we encourage students to put their passion and purpose to create innovative solutions, that can address. For example, one of the students is working on innovative solution for hearing aids, for the disadvantaged. One of the students is working on water, pollution elimination and filters, for going to the disadvantaged communities. So like that, many projects, are happening. We're working with about 10,000 students and about 300 engineering colleges around the world. Especially in India and also with the United States. And we are proudly affiliated with Osmania University, and we have an artificial intelligence lab as well as several others, right? So I am very excited to be part of this alumni network and giving back, working back with the university and, including many students in terms of, creating these solutions, for various different purposes. So one of the key things, again, Osmania University produces approximately about 3 lakh graduates every year. And that's a huge number, and it has a huge transformative power, to provide solutions, to the world. Now, some of the students, obviously have become, Minister Garu, they have become IAS officers, they have become professors, they have become entrepreneurs, VPs, etc. And one of the key things is, hey, how can this 300,000 or 3 lakh students become whatever they want to become in their lives? What is it that sets apart some of these people who have achieved whatever they wanted to achieve, and what is it that has, set some of the students not able to achieve whatever they are able to achieve. And so for that, in today's session, I wanted to bring some of the learnings from my own entrepreneurial journey, and how some of the companies actually nurture their executives to create transformative solutions, right? So you have companies like Google, companies like Microsoft, and many companies producing massively reformative solutions. And every one of their executives do go through this program of how can you build massively transformation solutions. Now, as a student, for 16, 18, 20 years, we go through a very linear learning journey. We go one class to the next class to the next class. And until about 20 years, we're all going in a very linear journey. After that, when people go into the world, some of them go to significantly high places. Some of them are, struggling, to be able to meet that. So what sets that apart? And that's the secret that, again, the secret sauce many executives get taught. And that is called, there's a methodology called exponential thinking. Many of these companies, executives, are taught something called exponential thinking. So what is exponential thinking? Exponential thinking, again, any of the math students, linear is 1 + 1 + 1, so you're adding one after the other, right? So you can only grow 1 + 1 +. Exponential means to the power of, right? 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 4. And if you look at that curve, suddenly there's a exponential growth that happens. So how do you get to that exponential thinking? And how are some of these companies, some executives are able to make massive difference? And how you as students, when you're getting out into the market, when you are getting out into your journey of life, how can you achieve that exponential growth, right? So there are some techniques, and I would like to leave you with, three, techniques in this methodology. First and foremost, in exponential thinking, find your passion. What is your passion? Is math your passion? Is science your passion? Is electrical engineering your passion, or your law is passion? Whatever be your passion, first and foremost, identify that particular passion. Treat it like either a small baby or you're a small crop. You're a student, you're still very young. Now you need to take that particular passion and every day nurture that particular passion with continuous learning, with looking at what are some things that are out there that can inspire you for that particular passion. And there are also ways you can put this passion to purpose. For example, you will hear from Saraswat ji how, with the, UN SDGs, with the NITI AAYOG, for example, there are 17 different, what we call as sustainable development goals. UN has put together a 2030 plan where, there are, how can you address 17 different problems? For example, water sanitation. For example, food shortage. For example, the education. And, there's so many different pollution, sustainable living, etc. There are various different ones. If you're an electrical engineering student, you can pick any of this problem, create a solution for that. If you're a mechanical engineering student, you can pick up any of these and create the problem. So try to see how you're able to apply your passion to any of these purposes. And you will start seeing how your innovative thinking can start developing. And that is the start of how you can start thinking in a very innovative way, right? The first aspect of find your passion and purpose. The second is boundless thinking. Just imagine, okay, if you were in the world, if you're given all the time in the world and all the support in the world, what would you do? Where do you want to take your life? And what do you want to do? And so that is the thinking. Maybe it's worthwhile for every student going out there. First of all, sit down and understand and journal. What is it? Many of us come with a lot of fear, anxiety, doubt. And many students, again, coming in from rural areas, coming in from, many different, maybe English is a problem, maybe, schooling has been a problem, maybe support is a problem, maybe financial difficulties are there. There are so many fear, uncertainty, doubts that actually come in front of you. But and first look at, if everything was given to you, what would you do in your life? And chart the course from there and figure out what is it that you need to do to find solutions in each of these, and start living that dream. Dream big and start finding solution for your dream. And this is where I think a lot of executives in companies are taught, hey, if the company has to be $1 billion or $10 billion, what would you do as an executive? And this is where students can start using this right from the beginning. There are a lot of courses out there, as well as I think mentors that can teach you what is this exponential thinking. But I would very strongly encourage. Today you are in an information age. You have access to a lot of resources out there. You have technology getting transformed in every different direction. You have every field explosively transforming, whether it is healthcare, with this climate tech, whether it is, you name it, every place is getting transformed. And you are sitting at a tremendous opportunity to do big things, to do better things than any of us. This generation is one of the smartest, or probably the smartest generation compared to any of the previous generations, right? So take advantage of that. And network with your alumni, network with your resources out there, and see how you can take yourself into a very boundless and experience the freedom of you can do bigger and better things. And instead of becoming spectators of, hey, world is changing and somebody, some Microsoft or some Google or Zuckerberg did this, that, and everything, you take charge. You can do it too and make it happen. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you for the honor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I've got another version of Atomic Habits by James Clear when he said about exponential growth and other things there. Thank you so much for giving that wonderful advice to the young ones to pursue passion and purpose and boundless thinking. Now, there's small technical things that have been worked out by my friend here. In the meanwhile, I request the chief guest of the day, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, sir, Honorable Member, NITI AAYOG, Government of India, to give his chief guest address on this occasion.
You have connected? Yes. Oh, very good. So if I change, it will change, no? Yes. Yeah, now, since you're connected. Remote also connected? No, remote is not required. Andarike namaskar. Honorable Shri Venkatesham Garu, Professor D.Ravinder Garu, the Vice-Chancellor of Osmania University, Srimati Veena Gundavelli, very inspiring address, madam. Shri Lakshmi Narayan Garu, Shri Reddy Nayak, all the distinguished faculty members, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, and of course the invited guests for this function today. It is indeed a great honor for me to be part of the 107th Foundation Day celebrations of this great institution, Osmania University. I happens to be an alumni of that by default. Why I'm saying by default? Because I was just explaining, I had registered for my PhD in IIT Madras in 1982. And for reasons which I can't explain to you, but due to the pressure which was put on me by Dr. Kalam that you should first do Prithvi project, then go for your PhD. that resulted in discontinuation of that activity, and hence a later stage I joined Osmania for my PhD. So it's a default. But it is one of the best experience I had of those 5 years when I was interacting with the faculty of engineering college under Professor T.N. Reddy and other very, very esteemed faculty members. It's a great experience I had. And that is the experience I was sharing with Mr. Venkatesham while sitting just now. I would not like to talk to you about what Osmania University should do, because enough has been said in the inspiring talk by Mr. Venkatesham and also by Srimati Vina. The one point which came out in all this is the 4 T's which Mr. Venkatesham talked of. And one T which I personally believe strongly is the technology. So my talk is today basically how science and technology can be transforming. So this T is for transformation, the technology for transformation. Since Osmania University has also to perform and transform, it is important that science and technology should be tailored in such a manner that it adds to the economic development. And today's economic development is just not numbers alone. It is also something to do with sustainability. Sustainable economic development is what we are talking of. And Mrs. Veena mentioned a few things about it when she was talking about exponential growth, exponential journey and other things. I would like to share with you a few slides which will give you the importance of what is science and technology for economic development. So the slides are changing. I'm very happy. All of you know that growth of science and technology has been phenomenal, and it has contributed to the life of human beings in a great way. The kind of comfort in which we are sitting here and talking to each other, even video conferencing and things like that, it is a greatly due to the science and technology. A lot of new technologies have emerged, and it's left to us now how to utilize them for the benefit of the society. And multiple technologies over the world have come together to form new innovations. That is what is happening as far as the science for humanity is concerned. All of us know that science and technology for society has 3 perspectives. First perspective is the scientific perspective which we all look at. All of us have a scientific perspective. Whether you are a student of science or not, it is immaterial. But still you have a scientific perspective because that is inherent, genetically inherent in you. The other one is the technology perspective which you learn, which you come across. And third one is the environment in which you live, and which is the ecological, the economic, and the political perspective. So this is the way we look at these 3 perspectives. So when you take any decision, your process of decision making is an agglomeration of these 3 perspectives. And with these 3 perspectives, you take decisions which are responsible for the upliftment of the society as a whole. So in other words, if you see, science is the principal driver for change. Whatever has happened over the last so many centuries, which is due to the scientific developments. The social change, what you see today, the internet, is one of the biggest social change which has happened. All of us are looking at today environment. We are worried that the environment is depleting, it is getting into difficulty. You know, the kind of climate change which is taking place. So this is another one which is a continuous question of worry which requires scientific action. Health and medical change, the biotechnology is emerging to provide you the solutions there. And of course, I come from the defense background because almost about 45 years of my life journey has been in defense. So national security becomes a very important challenge, and it could be for the benefit of the humanity, and it could be for the destruction of the humanity also. We call it weapons of mass destruction which are being used. Today's war which is going on between Ukraine and Russia, we always have a problem, whether one day or the other, somebody will go berserk and use weapons of mass destruction, leading destruction to the whole humanity. So I would like to give you a historical perspective of India's science and technology. This particular figure gives you how I am talking from 1970, because after completing my graduation, that was the only time from where I started working towards research development. Graduation was not a research journey, it was a learning journey alone. But from my ME onwards, it is a research journey. And I have seen number of things that have happened across due to the science and technology. The first one was the Green Revolution, which was pioneered by Mr. M.S. Swaminathan, and which is responsible for today's extra food stocks what you have. Then came the White Revolution, all of you know, pioneered by Mr. Kurian, because of which India is the largest producer of dairy products and milk today. You have, during the same period, multiple activities took place. You had Mr. Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma talking to you about journey to space, but our first satellite which was launched on board a Russian launch vehicle was the Aryabhatta. And we had atomic power plants coming at the Madras Atomic Power Station. So under the able leadership of our Homi Bhabha, we pioneered in the nuclear energy programs. So we have fast breeder reactors today. We had journey in energy, which is started with the thermal power plants of different sizes to today renewable energy systems that we are today happening. We pioneered into destructive systems also, but for peace, like Pokhran explosion in 1974 and later on in 1998. And we had pioneered into defense with a number of missiles like Prithvi, Agni, Prahar, Dhanush, Nag, all of them being developed and manufactured today. And the latest among them is the BrahMos and the Agni MIRV, which has been launched recently. The mission Shakti, in which one was able to intercept a satellite using an interceptor from the ground. And supercomputers, which were developed like Param supercomputer. And now today we have our own teraflop computing systems, which have come out under the National Supercomputing Program. And you have deep sea missions, you have Chandrayaan, you have today's journey, which is in about 2020 and 30, where we are looking at quantum technologies, we are looking at synthetic biology, we are looking at reusable launch vehicles and so on. So there is a full spectrum what India has realized. Don't you imagine that just from 1970 to, that means about 30 plus 20, 54 years, we have certainly achieved significant amount as far as the SNT journey is concerned. And it has contributed to India's economy in a great manner and also to the societal benefits. The core underlying technology and advancement of science historically is from the 1600, when it used to be the empirical science once upon a time, and the whole thing was on observations and the experimentation which our predecessors did and produced some of the finest traditional information about the nature. Then came the theoretical science, the paradigm science, laws, physics and biology as we call it, which was responsible for basically its fundamental basic physics, chemistry and biology. The third phase was 50 onwards till 2000 was a computational science, which was responsible for simulation, molecular dynamics, mechanical methods and so on, which many of you practice even today. And what Madam Veena was talking about is today's journey into artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, AR, VR and so on. And that's a fourth paradigm. But the main thing which is happening now, the pace at which it happened in the last so many years is now changing, and that's an accelerated pace of doing things where scientific knowledge is at a scale due to the artificial intelligence and the autonomous testing and things like that. There is a need for us to actually transform. When our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji took over in 2014, first thing he did was to interact with all the scientific community. I don't know whether there were faculty members from Osmania or not at that time, but I happened to be part of that group at that time. His one message was very clear, that science has to be delivering what is important for the society. And important for society today is the sustainable development. Development alone is not enough, but sustainable development is enough. And sustainability it consists of three pillars: the economic pillar, the social pillar, and the environmental pillar. So if you have to do anything in today's science, it has to be with respect to the sustainability. And need for sustainable development, why? Because 1 million species are on track of extinction due to the over-exploitation of the natural resources. The decline of more than 60% of world's marine fishes is taking place. Today we have a climate change which is responsible for increasing in the atmospheric temperature and extreme weather episodes which are taking place today. You have nearly 2/3 of the world's population will be living in water-starved, scarce nation. As I was telling your Vice-Chancellor in the morning, that we are a water-starved nation. Our Bangalore city is now having serious problems of water. Groundwater is depleting. So there's a need for us to look at how the scientific and technological solutions for ensuring that this water scarcity through the scientific methods can be achieved. Food production needs to be doubled because our population is increasing, in spite of the fact that we have 260 million tons of extra food stock, but still we need to take care of the future when the agricultural land is getting degraded significantly. So when you look at all that, there are scarcity of resources, there's a climate change happening, there's over-exploitation happening. So if you have to satisfy all the sustainability development goal, science and technology has to change its track. If it has to change its track, there are touch points for science and technology for sustainability. For example, for the ecological and environment, the digitization becomes a very important journey, transformation. Biodiversity management becomes another one. Alternative mobility concepts which are emerging today, all of you know about it. Durable products are required. Alternative nutritional concepts like millet today, which is coming up today instead of eating the normal food what we have. Energy sector is transformed through the renewable energy, and alternative urban concepts are emerging. In the case of economy and business, I think Madam mentioned few things about it, but the most important thing is efficiency and quality. Computer-driven technology systems for sustainability. We have to provide a positive user experience every time and ensure customer loyalty. And in the when you look at the society, I think our Shri Venkatesham talked a lot about what is needed as far as education is concerned. Education is the most important parameters. Training, he called, one of the T's, and it has to be inclusive. It has to be for equal opportunity for all. You should be in a position to use, ethical use of technology should be done. And data, if it is being used today, it has to handle the privacy part considerably. So this is what you need to look at. So what is new in science? We have been doing science, we have been trying to do that. But whatever we have done has led to a lot of destruction. For example, all our thermal power plants have led to pollution. All our mobility has led to pollution. Our excessive use of water and energy and fertilizer has led to degradation of the agriculture land and many other things. So our technologies have been rather useful, but they have also been having adverse impact. So the today trend which we have to do in SNT is to bring together environmental science and development science through R&D on nature-society interaction. We have to look for the concern for enlarging scientific capacity in developing countries and providing scientific support for local action, work together. We have to look at science which is integrative, which is natural science and the social science should work together. I think Mr. Vice-Chancellor talked about that a political scientist can join an engineering course or engineering scientist can take an economics course and so on. That's the kind of integration we are looking at. Science that is regional and place-based, that is what we are looking at today. So this is the transformation of science and technology for sustainability has to take place. There are 6 major transformations are achieving sustainable development goals. One is digital revolution, which is happening today. All of you are part of it, in which artificial intelligence, big data, biotech, nanotech, autonomous systems all are working. You are creating a different environment for the cities today. They are called smart cities, and which will have decent housing, different kind of mobility, sustainable infrastructure. It's not just infrastructure, the sustainable infrastructure pollution mitigation technologies, and so on. Food, biosphere, and water, which is for sustainable intensification, biodiversity, forest and ocean control, and also healthy diets and the nutrients. Improvement of the human capacity, all of us know that India suffers from this particular thing. There's something called Human Development Index, HDI. If you look at our position in HDI is 131 among the 135 countries. So you are very, very way below. And what is HDI? HDI consists of education, health, and employment, and things others. So we have to look at how to improve our HDI. Consumption and production, that has to be with respect to the demand, and we have to start looking at circular economy. We cannot be just going on an open-ended economy. Circular economy where reuse, recycle, redesign, remanufacture, these things become very important. Decarbonization of energy. Decarbonization, I talked to you about thermal power plants. We need to make sure that our energy so produced for our demand should be completely non-polluting. Digital revolution is making a lot of difference, and certainly it is a 5 multi-trillion innovation platform. The 5 platforms are blockchain technology, genome sequencing, robotics, energy storage, and artificial intelligence. It is a convergence of all of them as shown in these figures, which will create multiple trillions in market capitalization over the next decade, enabling innovation. Human capacity enhancement through digitization will take place. It is already happening. Fusion of 5G, artificial intelligence, and IoT will play a significant role in critical areas like transportation and logistics, where you will have AI-based driver assistance, you will have self-driven vehicles, you will have deliveries by unmanned vehicles. Already I saw a beautiful UAV or kind of a drone taking the photographs, and entertainment industry which is making use of them. But it has to be done for different purposes. Also, like carrying organ transplants. We are now using organ transplant policy in the NITI AAYOG, where we are promoting, and the first one which was done was in Telangana. Telangana government transported an organ into some place in Raichur for the first time. They laid the foundation. So like that is happening. Healthcare, health monitoring, remote health monitoring, illness prevention, remote diagnostics, and so on. Industrial operations, all of you know, Industry 4.0 is emerging, which is factory automation, remote control of industrial needs and robots, co-robots, cobots, and so on. Then public safety and security, which is intelligence, video surveillance, security systems, emergency. So these are all due to these 3 technologies, 5G, AI, and IoT, which will be transforming, we call it intelligent connectivity. 25 technologies which are emerging, and I'm sorry that some of the students are going away, but it is for them, it is more important. 25 technology trends are important, and they are being taught today as a subject. And these 25 technologies are going to make a major change as far as the future is concerned. And many of these subjects are part of your curriculum. For example, AI and the cloud and edge computing, drones, quantum computing, all of them are part of them, and they will have a significant impact as far as the economy is concerned. Now, each one of those 25 technologies have a significant impact on the economy. And I would like to share with you what is the data. For example, the mobile internet, what you have, it will be in the region, it will be affecting in the region of 3.7 to 10.8, minimum and maximum in terms of $1 trillion. Automation of knowledge work will result into $5.2 to $6.7 trillion of economic advantage. Internet of Things, similarly advanced robotics, similarly autonomous and near autonomous vehicles. Each one of them has got a tremendous contribution to the economy. That means if you practice them, and if you become an entrepreneur tomorrow, you have a significant possibility of becoming a rich millionaire using these technological advantage, and hence add to the economy of the globe. Now, what India can achieve? What India can achieve through the disruptive technologies, which I mentioned 25%. If we work for convergence of disruptive technologies, then we can achieve 550 to 1,000 billion annual economic impact, which is 20 to 30% of India's incremental GDP from 2015 to 2030. Can you imagine how much impact it will have? It will provide 400 million additional people with access to quality health care. have 300 financially included million, achieve 15 to 60% yield improvement for 22 million farmers due to precision agriculture. This is a technological advantage. Save about $50 to $95 billion from energy technologies. Gain about $17 to $25 billion from intelligent transportation. Create jobs for 10 million tech-enabled workers. These have been assessed. These are some of the computations which are carried out by our economists, by our technologists in NITI AAYOG, and I'm just sharing this data with you as worked out by our own people. So technology for energy and security, which is very important because energy is one of the fundamental building blocks for economic growth. So energy, if it is done, then it has to be done in a sustainable manner. For that, India being one of the nations which cannot live without coal, all predictions which have been made about India's energy journey, India's energy mix, indicates that even in 2070, when we go for net carbon zero, India will be using about 10% coal for its energy production. In that case, we cannot use coal the way we are using today. It has to be clean coal technologies, which will be unearthing the efficient utilization of indigenous coal reserves. We should use carbon capture, utilization and storage. That means from whichever source CO2 is produced, we should capture that carbon dioxide, utilize it or sequestrate it. That will mitigate the carbon emissions in industrial sectors. Hydrogen, which is a low carbon fuel, and natural gas, which will enable clean fuel opportunity for energy conversion with low carbon emissions. Alternate fuels like methanol, ethanol, ammonia should be used. Nuclear energy will be the base load provider for all renewable energy paradigm. In that, small modular nuclear reactors is the new word which is emerging, not the large size nuclear reactors which are world over because of the kind of footprint they have, the kind of time required for manufacturing. The SMRs would be one technology which can be manufactured in factories like the automobiles, can be assembled on the site, and you should be in a position to operate them based upon the requirement, like a diesel generator set of 100 megawatts or 200 megawatts and so on. Mobility, all of you know e-mobility. We are talking of fuel cells, we are talking of hydrogen, we are talking of alternate fuels and so on. Renewable energy and storage systems like wind, solar, ocean, biomass, pumped storage system, lithium-ion batteries, sodium-ion batteries, flow batteries, all these technologies are very important. I don't know how many of you people are working in Osmania University. I don't know whether you have an energy research center in Osmania University. Do you have? So I would request Vice-Chancellor to start one because this is one thing which should not be missed out. But the most important problem which we are going to face with all this energy and mobility coming up are the requirement of critical materials which will happen tomorrow. How are we going to meet the requirement of these critical materials? For example, if you are going to use lithium-ion batteries and other things, the materials like lithium, cobalt and graphite are key ingredients, and you will need about 506% increase from 22 to 2050. Solar PV, which uses 97% of indium due to copper, indium, galenite, selenite solar plants, would require about 417% of graphite, indium of about 192%. So if you look at all of them, materials like nickel, silver, wind turbine, the molybdenum for the wind turbines, the chromium in the other manufacturing systems, you will need huge quantities of these materials. So scientific research is needed for alternative materials. Instead of using iridium, can I use something else for the battery catalyst? Can I use something which is much more popularly available in abundance and so on? So that's the kind of research which is needed by all of you to provide that kind of a solution. So the roadmap for energy transition in a sustainable manner is higher penetration of renewable energy like solar, wind, hydro, setting up of CCUS to lower the footprint, utilize CO2 for green methanol production, aggregate production and graphene production, embrace emerging and cleaner energy resources like hydrogen, pumped storage systems, realize SMR technology, digitalize and AI-driven technology, and access to sustainable competitive capital. The money required for this kind of a energy transition is significantly high. For example, if India's 500 gigawatts of solar energy target has to be followed, we need to invest something like $230 billion by 2030. Can you imagine that is the kind of investment would be needed if you have to reach that particular level? So there's a capital requirement. There's another thing which is going to add to the Industry 4.0. We know what was there in the first and second industrial revolution, which was mass production, popularization, and offline market, where the steam engine and etc. were the main thing. Then came the third industrial revolution. We had hyper-connected internet society, middle management revolution, and internet and social thing. Now today is the fourth industrial revolution. I mentioned something about in passing, which is hyper-connected intelligent society, professional, offline and online convergence. Everybody is talking of that today. All AI is the main portion in that. And there are 9 pillars of that. For example, the autonomous robots, the big data analytics, the supply chain management using the blockchain, additive manufacturing, the cloud, which is the main thing for data transport, cyber security, because everything is digital, so security becomes very important. Then, of course, simulation and augmented reality and industrial Internet of Things, which is what is needed as 9 pillars. The Industry 4.0 requires the mechanical, electronics, electrical, automation, software engineers to be prepared for that. That means Osmania University will have to look for skills to be provided if they have to be part of the Industry 4.0. What are those skills? Ability to use automate systems, knowledge of new age technologies like AR, VR, IoT and so on, knowledge of cyber security, statistical knowledge and ability to analyze data generated from the machines. Then cross-functional expertise which is needed. Today, it is not just one discipline. Mechatronics was the word created when mechanical and electronics was now it is biology is coming in the big way. So understanding of the cross-functional processes, chemical, biological, biochemical and so on, the focus on client needs and industry needs, expertise in working under ambiguous and changing environment. There's nothing, Madam Vina talked about linear. There's nothing linear today. There's an ever-changing, uncertain environment. One has to learn to deal with that. Honing soft skills such as collaboration, emotional intelligence, decision-making, and upskilling mindsets. And if we have to get Industry 4.0, the education has to align it to itself. And if it has to align, what we have to do? We have to, Industry 4.0 needs flexible production line. We need in education the tailor-made learning path. Online quality control, we need formative assessment in the education. Workers monitor automation, where teachers become the mentors today in education. Custom products, what we are talking of, we have to have divergence and pluralism as far as the education is concerned. System engineering is what is the word today for all industrial revolution. Here, education is the goal for producing the products which were discussed by the earlier speakers. And of course, we all talk of long life learning, which is continuous teachers training. That is most important, which was also highlighted by Mr. Venkatesham. Now, if we have to continue to add to the economy of the society, there's a race between the education and technology. There are 2 graphs shown here. The yellow one talks about the past and the present education, and the blue one talks about the past and the present technology. The dotted ones indicate the future. So when the technology and education work together, they are almost in sync, then there is an efficiency. But if the technology takes over and the education lags behind, it is called social pain. That means technology is already gone and education is not able to catch up with the understanding of the technology. If the education takes over and the technology remains static, then it's an era of prosperity, because education, research will lead to innovation, so prosperity will take place. Now in the present, what we are talking of is that the technology, if it remains in the same level today, and education remains in the same level, and the future technology, because the rate at which the technology is going is very fast, then you are experiencing already the social pain. So So it is important that the future education has to increase its tempo. It's increase its complete, the pace at which it has to be done. The transformation has to be done, which was talked about by others, and hence, then only the prosperity will come. So mechatronics and multidisciplinary education system for Industry 4.0 is important, which is all the kind of engineering disciplines, mechanical, electrical, electronics, sensors, control, and so on. Business experts, social scientists, problem scientific engineers, all of them have to put together their head to become Industry 4.0 as a viable solution for the country. It cannot be just one particular discipline. Education for sustainable development, that's more important. And I think Madam Veena was talking about that 3,000, so many colleges and students are being apprised of what is there. But the education for sustainable development has three domains. First is the cognitive domain, for which the competencies required are system thinking, anticipatory, normative, and critical thinking. That is the kind of thinking which we have to put in place. Second one is the socio-emotional domain, which is collaboration and self-awareness. And third one is the behavioral domain, which has got competencies like strategic, integrated problem-solving capability. That is what we need to have. So what universities have to do to provide that kind of environment? They instill 4 C's in the students: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. These are the 4 C's which will have to be introduced in that. Make programs and ICT education a compulsory subject. Develop educational content in collaboration with industry. I am happy that you have today the professor of practice coming in. I think it will certainly improve the interaction between industry and academia. Then, of course, reform content and methodology of education as digital. Happy to know that MOOC and SWAM programs are being used today. Have top people resources to lead global industry engagement. And that's very good important, because all your BOGs, all your research advisory councils, if you have the people coming from industry, from academia, from national laboratories participating in that, I think it will bring a new culture and a figure. Create new business trends through reform of higher education. And Industry 4.0, government, industry, university research program, that is the most important for that is needed. So our priority, what is the focus and priority for this, is design and make India Industry 4.0, agriculture productivity improvement through precision agriculture, development of Internet of Everything and digital economy, education 4.0. It was Mr. Venkatesham talked about NEP 2020. NEP 2020 is nothing but what the United Nations had talked about. Education 4.0, 80% commonality exists there. I think we have to do for upskilling and skill development, education 4.0. Export-oriented organizations. While we are looking at domestic markets, but major growth will come if we are able to make export-oriented organization. Our service sector done reasonably well, where they are exporting the skills and outputs. Clean and energy efficient systems, efficient transportation and logistics. One of the major problems India faces in export and also investment in the country is that our logistic cost is very high. It is almost 14% as compared to other global standards, about 6 to 7%. So that is the main problem why we are not very competitive. And smart cities, infrastructure, service sector, freedom from fossil fuels, alternative fuels, e-mobility, cyber security and digital world, very important. And of course, defense and aerospace, these are our priority areas. I would like to say in the end that we have got all the ingredients and potential required for innovation. Let us convert this potential into reality by establishing a strong academia, industry, and national R&D labs collaboration. I'll go a step ahead by giving a clarion call to all of you to participate and contribute, not only to innovate, but to out-innovate and out-educate and outperform the rest of the world and become a global leader. I hope Osmania University takes a lead in that. Thank you very much. Can you just handle that?
I think it was wealth of knowledge for the ones who have heard, and feel sorry for the students who have missed out on it. We had 5 T's, then it was 4 C's: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. So it's all a lot of mantra that has come for the student community today. Without much wastage of time, we get into a short felicitation program. May I request the organizers from the UGC office first to do felicitations to the chief guest. It's only a small token of appreciation, sir, for the well and taking time out of your busy schedule and coming to Osmania University. Fruit basket as well. Malaysia. Next to Burra Venkatesham, sir, IAS, the guest of honor for this event. To Srimati Veena Gundavali, ma'am. Okay, a small token of appreciation to our Vice-Chancellor for holding this. Okay, ma'am's father is coming here, and that's something really great there. He was there. One of the first persons to get in the auditorium today morning was Veena ma'am and her dad. Yeah, he's coming here. My God. There are generations of alumni of Osmania University here. So it's father and daughter who had studied in OU. And what can be great to see the daughter getting felicitated on the 107th Foundation Day. I mean, achievements of kids give more satisfaction to the parents than anything else. Small felicitation to our Vice-Chancellor, sir, for doing the Foundation Day for 3 consecutive times there, please. I know he's refusing, but we still would do it. Next to our registrar, P. Lakshminarayan sir. Request the organizers to be quick. Please. To our registrar sir, P. Lakshminarayan sir. Next to our OSD sir as well. A quick felicitation to Mallesham sir as well. He's been working very hard for this Foundation Day celebrations. Dr. Saraswat sir, can I have your presence for a moment here to launch a website? 1 second. Redesign website.
It has disappeared.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being a wonderful audience today and accepting our request and to be a part of our 107th Foundation Day celebrations. On behalf of Mallesham sir, who has been working tirelessly for this even there, it gives me a privilege to go about it thanking one and all. Thank you.